Michigan Farm Bureau's policy resolutions are ready for debate at the 101st State Annual Meeting. And we saddle up with Clare County Sheriff's Mounted Unit. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
A global health pandemic hasn't slowed Michigan Farm Bureau's Policy Development Committee's efforts to chart a path for the organization in 2021 and beyond. The committee recently spent 2 days in Lansing poring over 500 policy recommendations to put together a slate of resolutions that more than 400 delegates will discuss, dissect, and eventually approve at MFB's 101st State Annual Meeting in December.
They go through and check and see if policies are already in the book, if it's a direction the organization needs to go, and puts that all together and presents that to the delegates at the annual meeting. Submissions from the counties were down a little bit this year, obviously, but the committee's worked pretty hard so far to go through all those county resolutions and deal with them appropriately. Every county resolution is read and determined where to place that in the policy book.
The hot button and pressing issues brought forward this year encompass COVID-19, Michigan's meat producers and processors, statewide infrastructure, and more.
A lot of resolutions that have came in, specifically dealing with COVID and executive orders that's been embedded all over the policy book. So that's one of the pieces I would definitely focus on as a delegate to look for.
So in our subcommittee, a lot of our resolutions this year came in the stem of the COVID pandemic. Under the regulatory reduction and the streamlining of state government, we're considering some policy resolutions having to do with the Freedom of Information Act and emergency powers and checks and balances in our state government. Under taxation, we were considering some policies to relieve some burdens on businesses that were shut down during the government shutdown.
So we are going to be doing a brand new policy in the commodities and marketing. So you'll be seeing all new language, but keep in mind we pulled out a lot. We had about 4 different pages to go through. We pulled out all the bullet points. We hit on what's specific for the commodities marketing and save the new Michigan meat industry section of the policy book.
For the first time, MFB's annual meeting will be held virtually because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and will only last 1 day, which makes sifting through the different recommendations ahead of time and getting familiar with the technology that will be used all the more important.
I really think this year more than ever, prior to your district meetings, that all the delegates from across the state have to do their due diligence in reading through this resolution book and get a good feel for these policies.
I would highly recommend getting together with your district or your county group, reading through what is suggested ahead of time and actually work together and bridging the gap of technology.
Because our time will be relatively limited because it's all virtual, it would be a great thing to have any questions or discussions kind of scripted out beforehand so we're ready to go when that policy is discussed.
Coming up, we meet your neighborly police horse.
I've been in a patrol car and I've been on horseback. I've never had anybody ask to come up and pet my patrol car.
There's torque. Then there's 1,050 pound-feet of available best-in-class torque. There's towing. Then there's up to 37,000 pounds of available best-in-class towing. There's backing up a trailer. Then there's backing up with available class-exclusive Pro Trailer Backup Assist. In other words, there are trucks, and then there's the new Ford Super Duty, the most capable heavy-duty pickup truck ever built.
Maybe you only see them in parades or perhaps just in movies, but mounted police divisions, officers riding on horseback, play a critical role in community policing and shows the depth of Michigan's equine industry.
In Clare County, we have a total of 19 members. We have an active group of approximately 17 riders. Not all riders do all aspects because different horses are at different levels, different riders are at different levels. Our tactical program is a little different than our search and rescue program. We're all volunteers. It doesn't cost the county anything to have us. We all maintain our own horses. We all maintain our own trucks and trailers. We're all responsible for our own training and cost of our horse. We can give the county a big advantage. Last year being a short year, we had over 1,100 community service hours.
In Clare County, deputies on horseback tackle everything from community events to crowd control to life-saving search and rescue operations.
I've been in a patrol car and I've been on horseback. I've never had anybody ask to come up and pet my patrol car. So we kind of use that as a joke, but there's a lot of truth to that, because when it comes to our public relations, a horse is like a puppy dog. They love to be petted on, they love to be, and kids, see the horse and, Mom, I want to see the horse. I want to go over and pet the horse. And we allow that as long as we're not in a working situation. So the benefit with us doing that is it just forms a bridge there with the community and the people. There's a big advantage with the horses. Number one, the horses see more. They're a lot more attentive to their surroundings than what a human is because of the wild nature that they have. They're always looking for what's out there and we might not normally pick out or see. So they have the sight advantage, the sound advantage that they have. They can hear small things. If somebody's crying for help, if somebody is in trouble, a human might not be able to hear that. Me, I've been a farrier for almost 50 years, so pounding on the anvil, my hearing's not the best. My horse hears everything for me. And then, of course, the smell that the horse has. The horse can smell, very minute odors. They're just like a dog in a lot of aspects.
It's been a challenging last couple of years for mounted divisions across the state, and the COVID-19 pandemic will likely strain county budgets that are already stretched thin.
Insurance costs and liability costs and so on and so forth. And so we're fighting a big battle with our horses and keeping our horses and units available. We've had a lot of units closed down in the last couple years for the simple fact that the Sheriff's Department just doesn't see the value and the worth of having that there. And I guess the biggest thing that I can stress is if it's nothing more than for the public relations and getting the training and stuff that they need and putting them out there and utilizing a group of people that are really willing to get out there and help for nothing.
Planning for 2019 and beyond? Foster Swift's Ag Law team offers comprehensive legal counsel for farmers and businesses.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com or the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.